And a summer grocery program to feed Washington kids will be launching soon. It's similar to pandemic-era food aid, which will provide lower-income families with a $120 card to help pay for food when free school meals aren't available. Children whose families are up to 185% of the federal poverty line, $50,720 for a family of 4, can qualify. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
It's 7:40.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
New Health. If you're ready to make a real difference in the lives of others, then you're invited to dive into a rewarding career at New Health. They're searching for passionate individuals to join their diverse healthcare team. New Health offers medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services to meet the needs of our communities. They're searching for passionate individuals to join their diverse healthcare team. You can be a part of a supportive and collaborative team who share a passion for making a positive impact. More information on open positions and applications can be found at newhealth.org/careers. New Health, bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7 getting started on a Tuesday with the wonderful return of my sister Val.
Good morning.
How are you doing? You were down for a while, yeah?
Yeah, first of all, I had my sister from North Dakota visiting, so I missed a Tuesday there. And then when I should have come back, I lost my voice. And as you can tell, it's not completely back yet.
No, it's not. Wow. So, yeah, you said you were feeling better last week, but you bailed because of the voice, correct?
Right, yeah, it was funny because before the first thing that hit me was the laryngitis, and then I was feeling fine for several days and thought, oh, it's allergies or something. And about 4 days in, I started running a fever and just feeling horrible. And yesterday was probably the first day I was like, man, I feel like I'm finally over this stuff, but the voice still comes and goes.
All right. Well, we're glad you're back with us, and sorry for the late start. Lots of technical difficulties on this side, but even though things keep popping up and saying, "Hey, you got a problem?" I think it's working. I see us on Facebook and stuff, so we're good this morning. We'll start off with a look at that weather forecast today. Your last kind of nice day for a few. Okay, can you handle that?
It's kind of spring in our area, isn't it? I mean, it drives me crazy, but it's just, you look outside and think, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And you step out the door and it's cold and windy. And yeah, so I guess it's par for the course, but I get tired of it.
Well, you had some sun this morning with increasing clouds in the afternoon, a high around 67. Then 39 tonight under partly cloudy skies. For your Wednesday, 67 and 41 with afternoon sun. That's not too bad, but we'll bring a little possible rain into the forecast for Thursday, at least at 25%. It'll be a mostly cloudy day, 62 and 45. And then Friday's your big down day, 54 and 43 with a 70% chance of rain. Going to be a cool one. Rain will continue into Saturday at 40% with a high of 60 and a low of 42. Cloudy skies for Sunday, 60 and 39. And right now, Monday, looking like a 20% chance of rain with a high of 58. And you're going to kind of continue in this mostly cloudy, partly cloudy pattern into next week with periods of rain, which is good.
We definitely need the rain. So yeah, if that's what it's going to do, let's just rain and not just be cloudy and cold.
Yeah, 71% for Friday, 42
something in return.
And 42 on Saturday, and then 25% for Sunday. So definitely some good chances of rain in the forecast. Real quick, the kids for breakfast and lunch today, they have French toast, egg patty, fresh fruit juice, and their choice of milk. We're a little late today, so that might not matter for you. For lunch, stromboli, tomato soup, sunflower kernels, carrots, fresh veggies, fresh fruit, and some milk, choice of crackers as well. All right. Few things this week. Story time at the library today for the little ones. That's from 10:30 to 11:30. Tomorrow you got pickleball from 9 to 11:30. 11 to 2, monthly co-working at the Yale Press and tech help at the library between 3 and 4 o'clock on the 24th as well. Don't forget, they're going to be doing Shakespeare in the Park Southern style. That's right. They all have Southern accents like they're from Arkansas. Your next tryouts for that are from 5 to 7 on Friday, and I believe that happens at the Chewelah Center for the Arts. All your details, things happening this week can be found on the Chewelah Chamber of Commerce website and their community calendar. Don't forget this coming Saturday, another round of auditions for Chewelah's Got Talent, and they are open auditions, so it's not like you had to have a callback from this past week. If you haven't got into Chewelah's Got Talent or try it out yet, feel free to go to our website at kchw.org, fill out the forms, download the forms, whatever you need to do. Get in touch with Chuck, and we'll get you on the list for auditions Saturday. I think they had between 15 and 20 this past Saturday. So Chuck said some very talented individuals and a couple comedians, which would be fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll get another great selection, and this is going to be like one for the books, right?
All right. Now, did you volunteer to help, Val? Because you've got about 5 Chewelah's Got Talents under your belt.
I was not asked, and I did not volunteer.
Well, that could change as they get closer. We had a date change on the actual live show, too, that has been moved to the 11th of May due to some conflicts with other events and the prom. And some parents or some adults that wanted to try out, and some kids, too, that had some commitments there with the prom and wanted to participate. So we have adjusted things, and we thought it might hurt attendance, too. So, and a lot of those high schoolers are pretty talented, when it comes to music and stuff. So we've moved that to the 11th. Tickets are on sale online as well now if you want to take advantage of that. Kat Brooks chiming in this morning and saying good morning. Thanks for waiting for us, Kat. She's been going crazy. I believe she's even going to be doing a movie submission. And then your boyfriend that your husband knows about, Ken, checking in this morning too.
I was expecting a text message from Ken saying, "Are you guys going to be on or not?" So I'm glad he found us. I know he can't spend a lot of time this morning because he's off to breakfast, but he said he missed us both.
All right. We like to hear that at least. Yeah, and then you took 3 weeks off, and then I forget how to press all the buttons. That doesn't help either. I'm not too
Yes.
smart, so it's like a bike. I got to ride it every day or I'll forget. All right, few news headlines this morning. Summer's
Gets
approaching.
worse as we get older.
It does. It's horrible. And the way I feel about to turn 58, I really can't believe how you could be president at 77 or 80. I just can't fathom how you could do it. I can't even take care of myself. How would you take care of the country?
I just think, right, and I look at even like my in-laws who are in their early 80s, and I'm like, I wouldn't want them running the country.
All right. Summer approaches. Federal officials unveiled a new color-coded heat warning system called Heat Risk. That's right. Things are changing. Climate change. It breaks down weather conditions and related health risks for people in different areas of the United States. Why it matters. Last year was the hottest year on record globally. Heat is the top cause of weather-related deaths in the U.S. Health risks. The tool was released as the UN reported that more than 70% of the world's workers face climate-related health risks. And here's a work. You can go to the CDC's website. They got a dashboard there. Enter your zip code, and it'll give you a heat forecast. Nothing to worry about in your part of the country right now.
At the moment, yes. But we've seen some record heat summers, and yeah, having a son that used to work in landscaping, it was he had some miserable days. So
I bet. I saw a story yesterday talking about prisons in Texas. 40% of them don't have air conditioning, and the prisoners are suing the state. Could you imagine in Texas where summertime temperatures 120 is no big deal, and then being in a cell, that is, I think, qualifies as cruel and unusual punishment, and that's what they're suing the state of Texas over. So good for them.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Texas needs to grab their boots and pull themselves up out of the dark ages.
There's several states that need to do that.
Yeah. All right. Have you been watching the Hush Money trial so far, or keeping up with it at all? I think it's going to get real exciting in the next few weeks.
Yes, I think it will. It's already been amusing, but yeah, at the same time, I think this is going to go down in history for sure. So
yeah, it's going to be a show. Let's see. Donald is up for violating gag orders today. We'll see what happens there, if they're actually going to do anything about it. Very tenuous to actually punish him for that, because money's no object, and the idea of putting him incarcerating him could bring up lots of things that would slow the trial down. Like if they're appealing that gag order, if they put him to jail, there's all sorts of things that could slow it up. So the judge will have to be real careful there.
It's interesting though, because I think money is starting to be an issue. The fund that was paying his legal fees only had $4 million left, and evidently they spent $4 million just last month. So I think money is starting to be an issue, which will come into play. I guess my feeling is, if it doesn't matter if you had not been proven guilty yet, if there's a gag order and you keep violating that, if anybody else did that, they would be in jail or severely fined. And so I think that he needs to be held accountable to the same standards that any other person would be that was on trial. So the fact that he is having no consequences, he's just going to continue to break the gag order or violate it. And he's putting real people's lives in danger. And so that's, to me, there has to be some consequences. Make it work, or find a way to gag him.
Because there's some wackos out there, like the guy that set himself fire in front of the courthouse. There are definitely some people that would cause harm to others, and got to be careful. All right.
Right.
Marvel released a new trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. That's going to be a good show.
There's some Marvel stuff coming out right now, which I was kind of surprised. It sounds like another Avengers movie is in the works, from what I've heard, and there's hints around that somehow they're going to bring back Tony Stark from the dead. So, it'll be interesting to see what comes of all that.
Yeah, Deadpool and they were talking about superhero burnout and how the past few superhero movies have flopped. I think there is a lot of burnout there, but I think something that like Deadpool and Wolverine, and then the fact that it's rated R, I think it'll fare better than some of the others have recently, just because of the two actors that are in it. People love Hugh Jackman. You love him or you hate him, Ryan Reynolds. So.
Yeah. The first Deadpool that I saw, because I guess I didn't know enough about the history of the character or whatever, but it was a little bit shocking because you weren't expecting some of the humor, and I can just remember going, "Oh, this is a different take." On the Marvel superhero stuff. So yeah, it's quite good.
Mm-hmm. Former President Donald Trump is on the cusp of scoring a major financial bonanza, at least on paper, as long as Trump Media and Technology Group's share price doesn't spectacularly implode again before tonight's closing bell. Trump's on track to receive another 36 million shares as the owner of Truth Social. Probably won't be able to tap into that cash right away. There's some holdings and stuff on that. But don't worry, he'll be happy spending your campaign contributions on his legal fees. They're saying he's not going to have enough to run ads afterwards. It very well could happen.
It could.
All right. Let's see. Rock Hall of Fame inducted Ozzy Osbourne. It's about time they picked somebody that wouldn't complain about being, admitted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because some of the people that don't necessarily play rock that get inducted refuse to take the statue, and that kind of blows me away. So
that's kind of ungrateful right there, isn't it?
Well, I think that was the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They said, we're not a rock band. Well, it's the only kind of like museum and award thing we have for musicians, really, so take it.
Right.
All right. Minnesota Senator Nicole Mitchell arrested on a suspicion of burglary after being found in a home that wasn't hers.
You're not supposed to do that?
No. All right. And then some good news here. Voyager 1, our probe from the 70s. They've been able to reboot it and get it work again. So this 46-year-old NASA probe is now transmitting data again as it goes into the darkness and the void after our solar system. That's where it's hanging out. So I wonder how long it'll keep running.
Doesn't it kind of blow your mind, though, that they can do that, but we have seem to have been unable to, send anybody back to the moon or anything like that, but they can fix remotely a 46-year-old probe. I mean, how does that all work? I mean, half the time my internet's down. How does this work?
We need those guys, if they're still alive, to make some stuff today that we can use that will last for that long.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. Ken says, do the crime, bake at 375 for 4 years, stir, and continue to bake until fully cooked. I think that's for Trump. Okay.
I think it was our comments about Trump's trial.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on this morning. We'll drop those news headlines because we got such a late start and move on to bits and breaks. I've got a really bad joke, but here's Val with her horoscope for today.
I know. I looked at it this morning, and I mean, I should have known, especially after the delays and starting the show and stuff. I mean, that was kind of the kicker. So I'm really not sure now whether I'm ready for the day. But this is what my horoscope said.
Okay.
It said, today, Venus is in retrograde and doing the cha-cha, which means you'll feel the inexplicable urge to salsa dance with every inanimate object you encounter. Don't be surprised if you find yourself doing the tango with the refrigerator or twirling the lamp in a graceful waltz. But all you can do is embrace the rhythm.
All right. So does Brad qualify as an inanimate object? Every picture you send, he's in that chair.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Well, he sends quite a few pictures of him out in the woods with Charlie, too.
That's true.
But I'm just thinking what inanimate objects might happen to end up being twirled around today.
A chair on wheels is what I vote for.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I could probably do that right now.
Oh, wow, that was cool because you when you went at 180, you totally disappeared from the camera. It was like, poof, she's gone.
As I was spinning back around, I'm like, oh, I was gone. It's magic.
It is magic. All right. Here's a quick joke for this morning. Exasperated father whose son Tommy, all those Tommy jokes will get you in trouble, always getting into mischief, finally asked him, how do you expect to get into heaven? Tommy thought it over for a moment and said, well, I'd run in and out and in and out and in and out and keep slamming the gates until St. Peter said, for heaven's sake, Tommy, come in or stay out. Maybe.
That might work.
All right, here comes 4 things you didn't know yesterday. Val.
The average wager at horse tracks in the United States is $15.
It seems a little light.
Yeah, it does. Osama bin Laden was not placed on the no-fly list until October of 2007.
Whoa.
Official at the Department of Homeland Security explained that placing bin Laden on the list was so obvious that no one thought to do it.
What do you mean he's not on
Oh, boy.
it? Oh, that's horrible. All right.
Just a little oversight. Mick Jagger spends hundreds of dollars each month in scratch-off lottery tickets.
Oh, is there a holdup in his royalties or something?
I was worried about that too. Huh.
Yes.
And finally, last thing you didn't know yesterday, the average person's teeth contain about 100,000 bacteria.
Oh, yuck.
And that's even if nothing's stuck in them.
You know what I say about that, Val? I say rookie numbers.
Hail to the king, baby.
You don't get halitosis with just 100,000 bacteria.
No. It takes 200,000. I'm working on it. All right. Oh, no. What I thought about in the shower this morning. All right. Shower thoughts. First thing I thought about is I can't tickle myself, but I can give myself brain freeze. Doesn't mean I won't
boy,
stop
does that
trying.
hurt.
Woo, woo, woo. All right. Pencils have erasers, but pens
boy.
don't, Val. It's like pens trust us to make fewer mistakes.
Oh. And I figure if you're breaking out the big guns, you should have a plan in mind.
Do you remember when we were kids and they came out with the erasable pen?
Yeah, it never worked great, but
No, it
You could,
erased
you
it
know,
by
take-
tearing a hole in your paper.
yeah.
We'll rub it right out of there and your paper. So you went from the wrong answer to no answer. Didn't work out well.
Just a little sandpaper.
And when we say head over heels when we're in love, but our head is always over our heels.
Oh.
Heels over head in love would be better. All right.
There you go.
If you say something, Val, is indescribable, you've just described it.
Ah.
Yeah. So be careful out there. If you remove all the spaces
Yes.
from a book, it becomes one long word.
I feel like it's like some of the texts I read sometimes, or the Facebook posts.
Take
it's
a breath.
all just one long word.
Yeah. Take a breath, even when you're typing.
Exactly.
All right. Next thing I thought about this morning is it's called a hot water heater, but there's no need to heat hot water.
Yeah.
It should be cold
You should
water
call it
heater.
like a cold water heater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last one. Food that's made with love probably involves a lot of touching. You made these dumplings by hand? Gross. I don't care if you cooked them, you touched them.
You touched them. You massaged them.
All right. Val's got a bunch of people who finally discovered the person they were dating wasn't very smart. Maybe that's why I'm single.
Yeah. How long does it take him to realize that, Scott?
About 6 months.
This person said that he was stacking cups in the dishwasher.
Oh.
This guy says that she didn't know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She asked, "How do you know how much peanut butter to put on the bread?"
It's a personal choice.
Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes it's just never enough peanut butter. This woman said that he used to use a leaf blower to clean the inside of the house. He would open the front door and blow out the dirt and dog hair.
Hail to the king, baby.
Wow, that's an awesome idea.
Hope there's no paper sitting around on the counter or
I mean,
anything.
that's dusting and cleaning all at once. You know, we had one of the places I worked years ago had an industrial leaf blower, and that's what I used for sidewalk snow removal. It worked awesome.
I think Ken does that on really light, fluffy snow. He breaks out the snow blower.
I would
I
get
mean,
up.
a leaf blower.
I would get up in the middle of the night and use the leaf blower, before it got too, so I could, before it got too thick. I'd get up like it's way better than shoveling, but you can't let it pile up. Just saying.
That's true.
All right. So once again,
All right.
I'm on the list.
This person said his family had no books other than one Bible. His mom's hobby was find a word games. His dad passed the time by scraping wax off of candles.
Huh?
Oh.
Okay.
I wonder if he used the leaf blower to blow all that wax out the door.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. This guy said she thought right of way meant she could turn right.
I get it. I see it.
This person said when she told me she couldn't read an analog clock.
Huh.
That might just mean she's extremely young. Because
Okay.
oh goodness. He thought banana nut muffins were made from nuts from a banana tree.
They don't have nuts? All right.
You didn't know that either, did you?
I thought maybe there's some seeds inside that banana somewhere. Where do the seeds come from then? All right.
And finally, this guy says when she thought that Louisiana was a city in the state of New Orleans.
Oh. Or vice versa. Sure.
Yeah, sure. She was close. I mean, at least they were in the same state, state.
All right. Even I know this next one, as a
Okay.
single guy, was a bad idea. Okay. Woman on
Right.
Reddit said that, this is more relationship help. Woman on Reddit said that her boyfriend bought a ring for a previous fiance who ended the relationship after 4 years. Now the woman says he's wondering if it's okay if he recycles the ring. The proposal never happened, so it's not as if it was on the first woman's finger. A woman writes on Reddit, he asked if I was okay with him giving me the old ring because it's just been sitting on the shelf, and he felt like there was finally a proposal to add to the old ring. She says, I do see the practicality of it. However, something in my heart just can't get over the fact that that ring was originally made for someone else. He assured me that she never wore it, but I just don't want something that wasn't made for me. Am I unreasonable? Let's ask a girl. Val, do you know someone we could call?
Me phone a friend.
It's just that gravelly voice. You're throwing me off today.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Should she be okay with that ring?
No, it was purchased with that other person in mind. So hopefully you purchased a ring that you thought the other person would like, and this new woman might not find that ring desirable at all. I think that's the main thing. You were thinking of somebody else when you made that purchase. So no, it's not okay. You take it, you sell it, you hawk it, whatever, and you use that money and you buy her own ring.
Yeah, but hawking it doesn't work because wedding jewelry is so overpriced. So just speaking from experience, here's an example. Your return on a pawn per $1,000 for a wedding ring is $40.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder nowadays, could you sell it on like Marketplace and get a little bit more for it or something?
And then how does that work for the next guy? Hey, baby.
Just don't tell her.
I got your wedding ring on Facebook.
Shut up, Wesley.
Tell her. Yeah. Yeah, just don't tell her. I mean, or maybe you're both going in and trying to find a ring together, that type of thing, and the other person, there's no history behind it. If there's no history behind it, I think that's okay. But there's history behind this. He chose the ring for some other woman. She is not being unreasonable. I wouldn't want it either.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through some work stuff. Here comes Val with phrases. There's quite a few of these. We can go back and forth. Phrases, and I know your voice is hurting you. Phrases we need to stop using. Will you kick it off?
Sure. The one that we need to stop using is, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. This falls under the you actually just said nothing category.
That one actually makes me want to take a swing at people.
I think my husband is a big one for saying, not maybe if it's meant to be, but, that everything that happens to you happens for a reason. And I don't think people always appreciate hearing that at the moment that it's happening.
Yeah.
So, but my husband's notorious for saying that.
One that gets me, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right. Sorry.
Travis says that a lot.
Sorry to my friends that say that. Next one, I mean. Why call attention to the fact that you're saying what you mean? Do you normally not say what you mean?
I mean, really, Scott? I mean, this is so silly.
When you're telling these little stories, have a point.
What do you really mean?
Yeah, right.
How about this one? If somebody says to be frank or to be honest, as opposed to the rest of the things you say, which maybe are evasive?
Not so honest? Not so frank,
honest?
Frank?
Yeah.
Honestly. Again, so what you're saying is typically I'm lying, but in this case I want to be honest.
There you go. It's back to the to be frank or to be honest.
Yes.
How about this one? Because I think we all know somebody who says it when they say, just saying.
Oh, it's
just saying what?
It's catchphrase.
And why do you feel the need to alert people that you were indeed speaking? Just saying is often followed by a rude statement in a feeble attempt to soften the blow.
Oh, that's true.
Just saying.
Just saying, you're probably not that smart. See how it works? That's
right.
I've heard that one before.
It's usually at the end of the sentence. So you do this tirade of, that person's whatever, and then you're like, just saying.
Just saying you're rude? Because
Yeah,
usually it is a rude
saying.
comment. That one goes with. I like that. All right. At the end of the day, or formerly known as when it's all said and done.
That one doesn't bother me as bad, I guess.
How about this next one, Val?
Same difference. So is it the same or different? Are the differences between the two things you're comparing the same? What exactly does that mean?
That's why foreigners can't understand English.
But Don't you think the same difference comes back to an old saying that we've heard forever of, which is six of one or half dozen of another?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I
It's the
think
same
that
difference.
falls under that same, yeah, it kind of falls under that deal too, I think. So,
You know what's unique about this is it's making my brain hurt.
ugh,
All right.
I thought it hurt already.
Let me tell you something along the lines of, can I ask you something? The phrase is completely needless. It's like a preemptive warning that you're going to talk.
I think so, or it's like a pay attention because I've got something important to say, which you probably aren't going to find important, but
It's a
I
preemptive
think you
warning
will.
for a windbag.
there you go. How about this one? I apologize if I made you feel that way. Translation, I refuse to take responsibility for my actions.
You have feelings?
You're mocking me, aren't you?
My bad. This expression makes light of a mistake rather than the sincerity of an apology. My bad is the verbal equivalent of a shrug. Or as I like to say, oopsie.
Yeah. Oopsie. Oh, well.
It's just a goof.
It just, yeah. How about give 110%? It's simply not possible.
Yeah, but it sounds good on paper. All right. And the last one here I disagree with. Yeah, no. So you mean no? If you mean no, just say no. No, because it depends on how it's used. If you go, yeah, no, well, that's kind of, just evasive. But if you're trying to be insulting and you go, yeah, no, see?
It's all about the punctuation.
Exactly.
It's all about the hesitation in your speech. It's all about how you say it.
All right. The bonus to all these is if work uses one of those sayings today, you can say this.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Okay. So you weren't listening to the morning show.
The other one that gets me, I think, is, because then, because I've said to people many times when they say that to me, I'll be like, no, I really don't know. What are you talking about? I think it's just, some people just add it. I think especially, I don't know if culturally, maybe more regionally, in the way they talk, they add to the end of a lot of sentences. But I find that a little bit annoying.
The one that's most annoying to me, and I think it'll get you too, It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one it drives me nuts. It's, and on dating sites they'll have my your most popular phrase I use, and they'll put is what it is. Swipe left.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably going to find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat.
And if you end up living in a van down by the river, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep. All right. More work
one of
stuff.
my favorite ones, if we're going to just one more to throw on the list. One of my favorite ones, though, that I think often fits many situations that we get all upset about. So my one is not my circus, not my monkeys.
Oh.
So it's really not my problem. So why am I getting all shook about it? So, that's not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm walking away from this one.
My favorite saying right here. Here it is. My favorite saying.
Who's your daddy? Come on, you know who your daddy is. Who's your daddy? Tell him who his daddy is.
I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy. All right. More work stuff. These are the snacks, if you take to work, are likely to be stolen. Right? 4 in 10 Americans admit to food thieves, and their targets are friends, coworkers, and partners. At work, 4 in 10 of us have had food stolen from us, and over half of those say food is stolen so often they have to confront someone about it. Here's what's being stolen from you at work. Val?
Chips at 31%. You could probably get your own out of a vending machine.
That's so sad.
Fruit at 28%. I'm kind of surprised that's that high on the fruit side. Candy, 27%.
That's an easy steal. You know, because you might just
Coffee.
take one if they have a jar on their desk. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Coffee, 26%.
Now, is that coffee out of a private pot, or like you just swipe the coffee right off their table?
Or are you just stealing the coffee grounds so you can take them home and make your coffee at home?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
The one time I worked in an office setting, if you got up out of your cubicle and left, I would literally go over, take your coffee, and pour it in my cup, and go back to my cubicle.
Not really. True story? Honestly?
No,
To be honest?
no, but I
To
think
be
that's
frank?
a great prank. It's a great prank. You do it to everybody in the office. They get up, just empty their coffee cup into yours. And make sure a couple other employees actually see you doing it.
Yes. Yeah, it's you got to be able to have witnesses for
Yeah.
it to really be funny.
Yeah.
All right. Juice comes in at 26%.
Like they wouldn't miss it.
Yeah. Milk, 23%. This one's interesting to me that enough people take bread to work that it gets stolen because that comes in at 22%.
Ew.
Ice cream, 20%. Again, I mean, you take ice cream to work? Lunch meat,
Ew.
I guess to slap on that bread because that comes in at 19%. And finally, nuts coming at 17%.
Wow, we're stealing everything. Yeah,
We
I don't
are.
get the bread. Maybe they think the bread, it's like harmless. It's just a slice of white bread. Nobody's going to miss it. All right.
Right.
At homes, kids and partners are stealing food, so you might have had to hide snacks and candy. Where do you hide the snacks and candy? Behind cleaning supplies. One
Yeah,
person
because nobody's ever going to find those.
in the washing machine. Probably if you're the mom, you know that no one else is going to look in the washing machine. One clever person, a hole in the snow. That works for a while.
Good way to keep your beer cold.
In the oven.
It's all well and good until you forget. You put it in there and turn the oven on.
In their underwear drawer. Not the best place to hide anything, because it's the first place. You ever see a movie? They're ransacking a house. Where's the first place they look? Your underwear drawer.
But I don't think your kids are going to need a snack bad enough that they're going to dig through mom's underwear drawer.
Ooh, but they might think where you're going to hide something where other people wouldn't go. Ooh, the underwear drawer.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. That's why I'd set a trap in my underwear drawer. Like a little mini bear trap for their hand.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Just saying. In the toilet tank. Ew.
That's disgusting.
Oh.
I could see you hiding something like, maybe valuables in there in a Ziploc bag, but I don't need to hide my snacks and junk food bad enough that I'm going to stick in the toilet tank.
I guess, that cops are wise to that one, though, as the toilet tank's a popular place to hide your guns and drugs for some reason, or drunk. In the sofa.
Okay.
In a tampon box.
That
We'll give
is
that one a round of
brilliant.
applause. There we go.
That is brilliant.
Or in the bottom of a vase.
That's where our mom used to hide her money. I think at one point, our niece is like, "Do you realize your mom has $10,000 in the bottom of a vase?"
Where'd that money go?
Wow.
All right. More work stuff. Here's a boss. We'll find out if you like him. Val, what's this boss going to do?
Well, this boss says that it is, and then somebody shared this on Facebook, and the boss wants to lock up your phone.
No. Okay.
So this person said, "Is it over dramatic to quit my job because my employer wants to lock up our phones while we're on the clock?"
I don't think so.
Well, yeah. So this person said, "I work in a thrift store. All I do is hang up clothes and make sure nothing dirty goes out on the floor. Usually I use my phone to listen to music, aloud as stated in the handbook, and photo search to see if items are expensive and need to be priced lower. I'm part-time, making $12.50 an hour." So this person wants to know if she should be upset that she's told to put her phone away. This is kind of a tough one, I think, in some circumstances. But I mean, if you're working on a assembly line, you definitely can't have your phone. I mean, there's just some jobs where I would think it's more than appropriate to say, no, you can't have your phone at this point. Um, yeah, and then in her situation, would the boss actually know if that's all she was using it for? And is it setting a bad precedent for other employees who you're telling can't use their phone? I don't know. That's a tough one.
I think the only reason you'd be mad is if you were using it to message people when you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But, and if there was maybe an emergency at home, couldn't your school call your work? I guess it's like a buddy of mine said his renter was complaining because he lost his job, and he asked him what happened, and he said I was on my phone too much, but I don't get it because he's on his phone all the time. Yeah, he's your boss, you moron.
Yeah, exactly. We have somebody that is the supervisor for a company where the employees drive trucks, and I mean it's in their contract, the whole bit. You are not to ever use your phone while the truck is moving. If something comes in, you're more than welcome to pull over, shut off your truck, and then take the phone call. And they have cameras in the trucks, and he's like, you don't. I mean, they get 3 warnings because you can't believe how many people have to fire for being on their phone.
Wow. With a camera and second chances. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, if you need to stop and make that phone call to your spouse or whatever, all you had to do was pull over, shut off the truck, make the phone call. But it was amazing how many people just couldn't follow those super simple rules. So.
Well, here's some proof it's not always the boss. Administrative Professionals Week, and some were asked to weigh in with the craziest things their bosses ever had them do. First one, inspect the boss's sandwich every day to make sure it contained no tomatoes.
Oh, that would be so tempting not to add a little something extra to that sandwich.
Oh, wow. Here's one that said they were asked to drop off a pet stool sample at the vet. He left the container on my desk while I was having lunch.
Ew. That's disrespectful.
Oh, wow. Call around for a used toilet to replace one that had broken in the boss's rental house.
And it needed to be used.
Huh. I wonder what corporate would think about you using employees' time for personal stuff. All right.
I wonder.
All right. Throw a surprise party for a company vice president's dog.
Oh.
Wow, they really like that dog. All right. Look for anything suspicious looking after someone had called in a bomb threat.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. You go back in and look for it.
No, you go look for it. Wow. Stuffed tissue between the boss's upper lip and teeth after he chipped a tooth and glued it back on. Does that work?
That's not as bad as the next one, though, I don't think.
All right, do it.
Spray the boss's bald head with sunscreen.
Oh, at least it was just the bald head.
Still bizarre.
Still very, very bizarre. All right, let's take a quick break. Val, if you're doing okay, we're just going to do a short break, sponsors, and a little news update. And since we started so late, and then we'll be right back with today's birthday, goofy holidays, and wrap it all up with some odd news. Hope you'll stay right here, though. It is Northern Lights Public Radio, and we are KCHW 102.7. Don't go anywhere. Right back.
It's 8:29.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Welcome to 2024 Talks, where we're following our democracy in historic times.
And the fact that the courts have crippled our ability to do our jobs, to help get people into shelter, is criminal.
San Francisco Mayor London Breed says a 2018 ruling by the Ninth Circuit has exacerbated homelessness in her city. The court found it unconstitutional to fine or arrest people for sleeping outdoors if shelter space is lacking. But with the Supreme Court taking up the issue, Western cities say that makes it difficult to manage homeless camps. Advocacy groups say the laws essentially punish people for being poor and want the court to leave the ruling in place. Prosecutors are presenting witnesses in former President Donald Trump's first criminal trial. They say he faked business records to hide payments to a porn star and protect his 2016 presidential campaign. Trump denies having an affair with Stormy Daniels. His lawyers argue efforts to keep the story of the affair from influencing the election is part of democracy. Columbia University moved classes online Monday during protests over the school's ties to Israel. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says more than 100 people have been arrested.
New Yorkers have every right to express their sorrow, but that heartbreak does not give you the right to harass others, to spread hate.
A school rabbi is urging Jewish students to leave campus for the Passover holiday, saying some demonstrators are using anti-Semitic language. Several dozen protesters were also arrested Monday at Yale University. The Republican National Committee is seeking 100,000 volunteers to monitor balloting in battleground states this November. Campaign spokesperson Caroline Levitt says they'll also need lawyers to handle any voting irregularities.
We're going to play offense this time around. We're not going to play defense like we unfortunately did in 2020. We're going to have soldiers, poll watchers on the ground.
More states are considering banning firearms at polls and ballot drop boxes. About half of the current 21 state bans came in the last 2 years amidst widespread unfounded claims of election rigging. Emma Brown with Giffords Law Center pointed to armed men showing up at ballot drop boxes in Arizona.
The risk of gun violence at the polls is heightened, which means that legislation at the state level is even more critical than it ever has been.
Brown says voter suppression and armed intimidation disproportionately target Black and brown people and are forcing some to reconsider being election workers. Women political candidates are 4 times more likely than men to experience abuse based on their gender. Erin Velarde with the advocacy group Vote, Run, Lead says top aides and women journalists are also seeing increasing levels of threats.
This is something that permeates women in politics, not just for the folks that are stepping up to lead, but for the ecosystem of women around them.
I'm Catherine Carley for Pacifica Network and Public News Service. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7. Thanks for tuning in this morning. You've got Scott and Val on a Tuesday after a long hiatus from Val. And Val, glad you're well and that you're back. Looks like your mic is muted, just so you know. And I was curious, was it just a cold or did you come down with COVID?
I tested for COVID and it came up negative, but it was some sort of virus that I thought maybe it was RSV or something like that. So it's some sort of, cough. I had a bad cough and all of that. So,
okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Not sure what it was, but thank goodness it's about done. But I did have my mic muted because I did some coughing as soon as we were done.
I forgot to do mine.
So.
I cleared my throat right into the microphone before we started, so I apologize for that.
All right. I apologize. I'm really, really sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays for April 23rd. I can't believe April has went by so fast. Birthdays today, and I'm really upset for this guy, Lee Majors, who was the star of The $6 Million Man and Fall Guy. He's turning 85. Now, Ryan Gosling is in the remake of the TV show called Fall Guy, which is based on a stunt guy that goes out and helps people with problems, kind of like a private detective sort of. So I'm really bummed out, though. They keep talking about Fall Guy and giving the movie all this PR, but they have not given a nod to the original star, Lee Majors, which really, really bothers me.
And I think Ryan Gosling, after his whole stint as Ken, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to watch him now, I find. I feel like he's kind of put himself in this category where he might be hard to cast for other things now. I don't know.
Well, I've always kind of found him unexciting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but unexciting. However, if you're not into Saturday Night Live, just watch the clip from this past Saturday where he and one of the show cast members are playing Beavis and Butthead.
And I have it recorded, but we haven't watched it yet, so I'm looking forward to that one.
It's the big no-no in theater of breaking character, which happens once in a while on Saturday Night Live, but things totally go off the rails, and everybody, Heidi Gardner cannot stop laughing even after they've kind of like left that portion of the scene and they've moved on. She is fighting to get out every word she says because she couldn't stop laughing. It's pretty entertaining. And it was just, I'm guessing, the guy that was playing Butthead, because he shows his gums, and I don't know if they'd taped his top lip up or what, so his gums would show, but when she turns around and sees him, she absolutely just loses it. It's better. What happens to the people trying to do the skit is better than the skit itself. But yeah, pretty entertaining.
It's kind of, there's a Facebook group I'm on just because a lot of the stuff that's posted is really funny, and it has to do with, getting older as a woman, and it's called The New Cranky Old Women. Okay. So I've been on there for a while, and some stuff that's starting to get posted is, I've realized, is kind of not for me anymore. But there was this post, somebody said, "Oh, I wish SNL was funny like it was back when it first came out in the 80s. And just, it's not funny anymore." So all these people went off on how not funny it is anymore. And it's, whatever, too political or whatever. And so my comment was, well, I guess this Facebook page has really lived up to its name, because you're a bunch of cranky old women if you can't find any humor in this.
Oh, wow. So you're lucky you left, because they probably would have banned you after that.
Probably. It probably would have been kicked out. But I'm like, oh my goodness.
It's the
People-
opposite. If you go back and watch some of the 70s versions, I mean, there's some classic stuff, even the 80s. There's some classic stuff from the 70s versions that's funny, but there's a lot of it that just isn't plain funny anymore. So maybe it's them and not Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I live for Weekend Update. I love
yeah.
the beginning skit they have, the monologue, and then Weekend Update is just awesome.
And because they're political.
Yes, but they poke fun at people on both sides of the aisle, so it's not like there's so much more fodder.
They've done it to themselves. Come on, you've got Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Exactly.
Donald Trump. The list, Josh Hawley. The list goes on and on. They're all comical
Cruz.
liars. Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz
there's
looks
so
like
much
evil
fodder.
Batman, doesn't he? He's like evil Batman. I think he plucks his eyebrows and paints them to point up like he's Vulcan. Just saying, could be.
Yeah. So anyway, I just find that amusing. There's just so much fodder on that side, but they cover both sides.
All right, moving on to those celebrity birthdays. Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company turning 75. Director Michael Moore, and it's funny he was in one of these movies, Sicko. And Fahrenheit 9/11. He's turning 70. Judy Davis from Night Tram and the Dressmaker, 69. Valerie Bertinelli from Hot in Cleveland, One Day at a Time. She's 64. George Lopez from Lopez versus Lopez and the Blue Beetle, 63. Melina Canacaratis from The Resident and Providence, 57. Scott Barstow, Party of Five, 54. John Cena from The Bubble and Peacemaker, 47. TV talker John Oliver, 47. Cal Penn from American Horror Story, 47. Dev Patel, 34. And model, can you say it? Gigi Hadid? Did I do that right?
Gigi Hadid?
Gigi, okay. 29.
Maybe Gigi?
How about a little history? And Val will deliver that for us.
All right. The first one we have here is in the year 1564, and this is the date believed to be the birth date of English poet and dramatist William Shakespeare. He died 52 years later, also on April 23rd.
Ooh, that gave me a goosebump. Look at that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got some deep history today. In 1635 is the next year we go to, and that was the first public school in the United States, Boston Latin School, and was founded in Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
1789, President-elect George Washington and his wife moved into the first executive mansion, the Franklin House, which was in New York City. 1954, Hank Aaron of the Milwaukee Braves hit the first of his 755 major league home runs in a game against the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay.
Next, we move up to 1985, and that's when Coca-Cola changed its formula and released New Coke. The response was overwhelmingly negative, and the original formula was back on the market in less than 3 months.
Yeah, New Coke was
would've...
more like Pepsi, wasn't it?
You would think they would have done some focus groups or something before they punched it down, only to have it taken back in 3 months.
Nah.
That's interesting. Nah. In 1988, Pink Floyd's album Dark Side of the Moon, after spending the record total of 741 consecutive weeks over 14 years on the Billboard 200, left the charts for its first time ever.
Wow, that's crazy.
14 years in the Billboard Top 200.
That's a whole
Wow.
Uh-huh.
1991, the U.S. issued a patent to Edward and Richard Kopeg of Centerville, Virginia, for their bulletproof dress shirt. A bulletproof shirt that can be manufactured in various colors and styles to keep a person fashionable and bulletproof.
Ooh, a bulletproof dress shirt. I want one.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, huh? I wonder how hot they are. 2003, in Rhodes, Greece, a middle-aged man held up a bank at gunpoint and walked out with thousands of dollars. Moments later, he walked back in. he couldn't find the keys to the rented motorbike he was using as a getaway vehicle. And though he might have dropped them in the bank, and thought he might have dropped them there, while he was looking, several employees and customers who had recovered from the shock of the robbery overpowered him and held the thief down until the cops showed up.
Have you seen my keys?
Oh my goodness. 2012, 38,000 London Marathon entrants have their home and email contacts published in a data protection breach. Wow. 2020, it was announced that a frog fossil 40 million years old had been found on Seymour Island, Antarctica, years earlier.
Whoa.
And finally, 2020, Donald Trump suggested COVID-19 might be treated by injecting disinfectant or UV lights into the human body at a White House press briefing.
Followed by bleach, followed by horse tranquilizers. Okay. So what are you doing?
Horse warmer.
I'm eating a black light bulb. Why? Because UV light inside me will help.
We just wanted to know how that was going to get inside your body. Which cavity are you using?
My eyes. Okay. All right. So, special events. It's Take a Chance Day. Say Ja gut. It's German Beer Day. Das gut. Das gut. Ich bin sehr durstig. I just said I'm very thirsty now.
You're very thirsty.
Yeah. International Creator Day, International Nose Picking Day. Let's do it right now, Val. On camera. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. If you're looking for somewhere to wipe that, it's Lover's Day. So put it in their hair. All right. Movie Theater Day, Cherry Cheesecake Day, Lost Dog Awareness Day, Picnic Day, Spanish Language Day, Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Ooh, tough. Let's see. Number of the day, Val.
2 million. And that is airline passenger bag and luggage lost in the U.S. each year that are never found.
Wouldn't you like to be the guy that found them, though? All that stuff. 2 million suitcases.
Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing that they're never found. What, if they, like, dump them in the ocean? What?
Theft, maybe? Employee theft?
Maybe. Must be employee theft.
It's employee theft. Pretty sure. All right, let's wrap up the show and do it the odd way.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing.
Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
We always wrap up the KCHW morning show with odd news, and we kick it off with that news attack. First sentence true, second sentence bad joke, and here comes Val.
All right, yesterday, if you didn't know, the 22nd of April was Earth Day.
Was.
And I contributed by recycling all of my past due notices.
Aww. Only about 40% of doctors tell their obese patients to lose weight. My doctor was even more blunt. She told me to cancel my subscription to Ben & Jerry's weekly delivery.
You know what? Mine didn't tell me to lose weight, but I did notice a line on my most recent bill that read, replacement of waiting room chair cushions.
Aww. After NASA sent updated computer code Voyager 1 spacecraft. Can I start over?
Start from the beginning.
All right. After NASA sent updated computer code, the Voyager 1 spacecraft is fully operational and communicating normally again. That's crazy. They could update code from a computer from 1970s. Wow. Women everywhere are asking for the same software patch for their husbands now. Especially if he's over 46 years old.
No kidding. Researchers say the age that we consider to be old goes up as we get older. Well, duh. You're not old. You're just not as young as you keep recalculating.
I'm still in middle age. Sure, I'm in middle age. All right. Average pet owner spends $4,500 on their pet's basic needs every year. By basic needs, does that include my cable TV subscription so my dog can watch Animal Planet?
Well, I would think so.
I think so.
Scientists say our solar system is bigger than we thought. You know what that means? More room for inflatable holiday lawn decorations.
Oh, yay. I like the people that still have them in their yard. There's a couple in town here. All right. National Survey December was voted the most popular month. February was last. Mine is Bikini Month.
Scott's favorite.
Yes, I wear all sorts of them. Oh, you thought, oh, no, it's me.
Oh, it's you.
It's me, baby. All right.
There's been pictures.
Just one, though. It was enough. Wacky but true. We don't add anything to these stories but a sound effect from a television or a movie show. This story, kind of lame, but Val, will you kick it off?
Sure. A 23-year-old Nashville woman was with her boyfriend who put a gun to an unidentified female's head one afternoon. A third party called regarding the incident. Officers arrived and conducted a frisk for a deadly weapon where they found ammunition and an unmarked bottle containing several pills in the boyfriend's jacket. During the investigation, the woman admitted to stealing the drugs so she could sell them.
Oh. I decided for this story, I'll pick a different word from the story and I'll focus on that for sound effects. Today's word was frisk, as in frisk me.
Ooh.
Please. Ooh. Okay, here we go.
Frisk him. I frisked him. He's clean.
Say, what is this?
Shut up. Better frisk him.
We'll have to change our procedures. Move him around in unmarked cars. Frisk everyone within 50 yards.
Then frisk the woman!
Oh, okay. See. Frisk the woman. Yes. Is it me? Yeah. I want to blame it on you. I'm blaming it on you. Celebrations of life are increasingly popular as an alternative to traditional funerals. That's what I want. Big old party. Mm-hmm. Focusing on joy rather than sorrow. One person shared on TikTok how their aunt, Margaret Colvin from Stratford, UK, chose to be remembered with her favorite songs. Her celebration of life featured Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman as the final song. Service began with Patsy Cline's Crazy, noted as Margaret's favorite karaoke song. What would be your favorite song to have at your funeral, Val?
Another One Bites the Dust.
Funny, that was going to be mine, too. You stole mine now.
Well... Now, I guess I don't know. You could go with Crazy. Oh, Witchy Woman.
Oh. I think just to, mess with people, I'd go with the Hokey Pokey.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can add it to the playlist. Hold on.
It will be fun. The jugglers and music and dancing.
What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
But Holmes, that music is so frightfully dull.
May sound like music to her. I can do better with my teeth in a cold shower.
Add it to the blacklist. I never want to hear that music again.
Yeah, either one of those tunes.
All right, instead of trying to rob a bank, a builder in Spain with a lot of debt kidnapped his bank's manager and demanded he give him a $75,000 loan plus his luxury automobile. His plan backfired when the bank manager talked him into letting him call a bank colleague. The co-worker could tell from the strange conversation that something was up and so called the police.
Oh. Holy bank balance, Batman.
There he is, in that cold, heartless bank day after day, hemmed in by mounds of cold, heartless money.
Holy bank balance!
So all I need is money from the bank to build a rocket. And then the moon is ours.
Wow.
I'd like to go in and try to get a bank loan and describe it to the bank manager that way. So I can build a rocket and then the moon is ours. All right. Let's see. Recent incident in a grocery store in Champaign, Illinois has left authorities seeking the public's help in identifying two suspects involved in a dog food theft. It's true.
Those brazen thieves.
Oh, brazen thieves. They walked into a store on April 1st, went straight to the pet aisle, filled a cart with dog food, exited without paying. Police say the value of the pet food, $700. They really filled up that cart.
They went for the good stuff.
Surveillance footage captured the suspects leaving in a black Chevy Tahoe and are asking the public for help. It kind of goes like this.
Now I will make you bark like the dog you are.
You dog me, pal.
Oh, dog food. Why?
Why would you steal dog food?
Why?
Why?
Well, if you've seen how expensive it is for anything that, is above Purina, you would understand.
Well, if I did that, I'd sell it on the dog food black market.
Yes.
Set up outside the park with a truck. And dog food all across the tailgate.
Oh, too funny.
Man, open them up and repackage it into smaller packages and make more money.
Oh, there you go.
I'm an entrepreneur.
That's the ticket.
I got
For
ideas.
sure.
Ideas. Okay, sorry.
All right. In South Africa, a man survived a 10-floor fall from his balcony at a hotel and escaped with just a few broken bones. The lucky guy's fall was cushioned by hundreds of garbage bags, which had piled up because the hotel hadn't paid its waste removal company in some time.
Awesome. How lucky. How lucky is that to fall 10 floors and land in garbage?
You know, just like to fall in the mud and get kicked in the head by an iron boot. Of course you don't. No one does. That never happens. Sorry, Ted. It's a dumb question. Skip that.
Damn it!
Oh my God, are you okay?
No, I am not okay!
Leonard, all this garbage! Wow, it's horrible.
Oh.
All right. On to Norway.
It's your turn again.
Is it my turn again? In Norway, a man carrying a butcher knife tried unsuccessfully to enter a bank. Man banged loudly on the door, which was locked because he arrived before it opened for business. After failing to enter the bank, the man sat down on the sidewalk with his knife. Bank employees called police, who quickly apprehended the man. Huh. I'm so sleepy.
We're investigating a robbery at the First National Bank of Toontown.
So as more details emerge on this attempted bank robbery, Action 8 will be there.
Bears!
Oh, that's nice. But keep your eyes peeled for a couple of bank robbers. A big one and a mean little one. That's me.
The mean little one.
The mean little one, that's me.
We're going to end today in Germany, where a purse snatcher was caught after a restaurant cook witnessed the crime and whacked the thief over the head with his wok as he ran by. The crook then laid on the ground out of fear until the cops arrived and arrested him.
Out of fear.
I love that. Don't hit me again. Don't hit me again.
Not with the wok. Not with the wok.
I've perfected the cooking kung fu style, but it's taken many years of studying and training. Perhaps it's not a famous style, but it's very different from other techniques.
Sorry you had to see that, but you know how it is when you get those manly urges, and you just gotta kill something. Fix things, cook outdoors.
What's your name?
An enlightened man would offer a humble traveler shelter for the night and share a quiet conversation over a bowl of Cocoa Puffs.
But he chose to hit me in the head with a wok.
With a wok. I want to know if it was on, because those things get hot.
Yeah. Did that walk you up? Are you wok now? Don't be too wok.
Not too wok.
All right. Thanks so much for being here today. A round of applause for you, the listener. Woo! So glad Val's all well and better can be here this morning. Woo! Tonight on the radio, we are looking for the one and only Dr. Jazz. 3 hours of jazz music. Starts at 6 o'clock, just like a new genre of music starts every night of the week, including Sundays, at 6 o'clock. Follow up Dr. Jazz at 9 with the Soul Show. That's right. Going to get some good Motown tunes out there for you. All happens right here tonight on the Music Education Station. Val, any closing words?
I will close with how I always close. Please be kind to each other today. There's not enough of it going around.
That's true. Very true. Other than that, we want you to have a great day and keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. Keep on listening.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
It does.
You're so wise. Like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
The time is exactly 9 o'clock.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW 102.7.
It's not